this first news story comes to us from The Verge, written by Tom Warren. Microsoft is hiking the price of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and launching a new standard tier. That is right. Microsoft is planning to hike its Xbox Game Pass Ultimate pricing again in September, alongside launching a new standard subscription that doesn't include day one access to first-party Xbox games. The Xbox maker has started emailing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, warning of a price increase to $19.99 a month that starts on September 12th, a $3 increase over the current $16.99 a month pricing. PC Game Pass subscribers will also see a hike in September, with the service moving from $9.99 to $11.99 per month and maintaining access to day one titles. But if you're outside the US and wondering how the price increases affect your own subscription, Microsoft has a full list of the worldwide price changes here. The price increases come just before Microsoft plans to add Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and other big first-party Xbox games to its Game Pass service later this year. The price increases will largely affect Ultimate subscribers, who make up the vast majority of Game Pass subscribers, and come just over a year after the last Game Pass price hikes raised rates by $1 to $2 per month. Alongside the Ultimate and PC Game Pass price hikes, Microsoft will also offer a new option of an Xbox Game Pass standard subscription without day one titles, and that will be priced at $14.99 per month for new users to the service. The existing Xbox Game Pass for console subscription will continue for existing subscribers, but new Game Pass subscribers won't be able to select the console option starting July 10th until the new Game Pass standard option subscription is available. Microsoft says Xbox Game Pass Standard will be available in the coming months. The new standard option will also include online console multiplayer access, which is something that Xbox Game Pass for console lacked previously. Existing Game Pass for console subscribers will only be able to stack up to 13 months from September 18th, but this won't impact existing stacks. I revealed in May that Microsoft was considering raising Xbox Game Pass Ultimate pricing again in a debate around adding Call of Duty to the service. A price increase to the top tier will help offset Microsoft adding Activision's Call of Duty series to Game Pass, and it has been largely expected since Microsoft made the Call of Duty edition official. So, Adrian, this is mainly just affecting Ultimate subscribers, and I guess PC subscribers as well. But this isn't surprising, right? Like, it was only a matter of time before prices were going to go up. Like, it was a very, very good deal.
Of course, yeah, and everything works like that, unfortunately, right? But like you said, we already knew this was coming. Remember, what was it, about a year ago now, when they tried to do that thing where they were going to double the price of Game Pass and everybody freaked out? That was the indicator there. And they backed off and they said, oh, we're not going to do it. And then under the rest, they said, right now, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, no, that service is way too good of a value for what we were paying for it. I will say $20 is a little bit of sticker shock, but when you sit down and you add up everything that you're getting, it's definitely more justifiable, especially if Xbox is your only avenue to play games in.
Yeah, I
feel like it's still a no-brainer. If I'm getting day one games and I'm getting access to all of the Game Pass library, I think I can swing that, right? If I'm a primarily Xbox player.
Yeah,
because I would have spent that money on whatever other games that are in there to play.
Right. Yeah, so, if I'm primarily Xbox and or PC, it's you're right. I think you hit the nail on the head where, yeah, there's definitely some sticker shock. Like, at first it's like, oh, it seems like a lot. But then a lot of times when you sit down and actually like add up the cost, like paying $60 to $70 per game over like that. So if you bought if typically in a year you would buy 3 or 4 games, well, then Game Pass is the same price as that. And not only do you get those games, but you get hundreds of other games.
Exactly.
So it's still, so it's a lot, but it's like, you're already spending that money anyways, right? So, then what's the big deal? I mean, obviously it depends on what kind of gamer you are.
That is a big deal too,
and what
right?
your budget is. Like, maybe you're not one to buy 3 or 4 new games in a year. Maybe you only buy 1 or 2. Then yeah, that's steep because, but man, just it's there's such a vast library there. But I think that's where the standard tier comes in. Like you don't get the day one passes. I am curious
but you
about
still get the library.
Yeah, you still get the library. I am curious though with the standard tier, what does that look like then? Like what is the time? Like is there just like a delay? Like is it like a month later or 2 weeks later? Or like
they haven't specified.
Yeah, that's what I would want to know. Like because all right, I don't get day one, but how long is the wait then? Is it like 6 months? Like, all right, I guess I can wait 6 months. But if it's like, if it's, you get it like
if it's
a year or two later, it's like, okay. I don't know about that. That seems kind of wild to me. But like, yeah, there's such a huge library there, like an access to games. It's unfortunate that it's going up so much now. I'm curious now. The PC, because it says PC is going up a couple bucks. Does that get day one game releases? Did it say in here?
I'm not sure, but that would make the most sense.
Let's see.
Right?
Yes. Okay. PC Game Pass subscribers will maintain access to day one titles. So really, this is only penalizing console players.
Which is kind of crazy because they're the ones that took the leap of faith and bought your console that nobody,
why?
that nobody's buying.
Why is that? What else? So, because right now there's been 3 tiers. There's been 3 tiers of Game Pass for a long time. There's the base one, or console one they call it. So there's a console one. There's a PC
which is
one.
just a library for console.
Just a library for console. There's just a library for PC, and then there's Ultimate, which is both plus streaming. That's the only way to get xCloud stuff is through Ultimate. So really, this whole pricing scheme is penalizing the people who have already committed to your game, like, or your system, like your ecosystem. That seems wild. Like, why? I feel like it's backwards, right? Shouldn't the PC people be paying more to get early access because they're the ones who aren't committing to just buying hardware?
You would think, but I guess Microsoft doesn't feel the same way. I'd love to see what their justification is on charging, on deciding who to charge what. Yeah, because I feel like the console players should get a break because they already PC gamers have a choice still, right? At that point, yeah, they can use Game Pass or they can not and go somewhere else.
You go buy off Steam.
You buying
like
an Xbox,
a lot of Xbox games are coming to Steam now too. So
but if you buy an Xbox, that means you're locked in. Like you're buying games for Xbox and Xbox products. So you should get a break because you invested. And that would be an incentive for people to buy Xboxes because you get a little bit of a break if you have a console Game Pass subscription versus a PC.
Yeah, that's how I would see it. But maybe it's because we're not businessmen, because businessmen look at it and they're like, oh, they're locked in and they're going to get this. So we're going to charge them.
We can charge them what we want.
So it's
I'm just trying to move units.
It's sleazy.
I'm trying to move units, but they don't want to do it. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a horse too much in this race. I canceled my Game Pass a long time ago, and I haven't really looked back. I keep saying that one day I'm going to pay for a month because I know there's a couple games. There's a few games I haven't played, like Hellblade 2. Like I wanted to give that a shot, but I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah, but you could just buy it.
That's true. I could just buy it,
and it'll be less than what you would pay if you had Game Pass continuously going. Like what's coming out this year that you would get?
Well,
right?
Like
from Xbox.
Like
Hellblade is already out.
Like I was saying, though, I would only pay for like a month. Like that's kind of like how we do Netflix now. Like we don't have a continuous subscription. We basically let things pile up, and then we pay for like a month of Netflix and then binge it all and then just cancel it. You know, so you're only paying for the month. Right. So like I think that's what I would do with Game Pass is like, all right, wait for stuff to stack up. Like so really like Hellblade. I can't really think of anything else. I'm sure there is something else. I can't think of it. And then pay for a month, play as much as I can during that month, and then like see how I'm feeling about it at the end. If I like it, then all right, then I can buy it on Steam and you know support them more. But if not, then it's like I'm good. Let's move on. I only paid $20, you know,
that's fair
to try it. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing isn't surprising. I just want to kind of reiterate our thoughts here, kind of condense what we've talked, because we've been talking about a lot of different things. This isn't surprising at all. They've tried to do it before. We scared them into not doing it, but they came back and did it anyways, which is fine. Like,
I mean, if we're being 100% honest,
everything's getting more expensive, so.
It is, but also, I think that this is a fair price for what you get for Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think this is like the ideal price for Game Pass. Like, if it goes up past this, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
But I feel like Game Pass is definitely worth $20. Just by the amount of hours and content you get alone.
That's true.
Plus day one releases. So it doesn't bother me as much.
I think I agree with that. Like it seems like a lot because we're just used to this. We're used to Game Pass being the greatest, like the best value in gaming kind of thing, which it was. That was an incredible price. But it's just hard now to swallow the pill, be like, oh, it's going up, you know. we got spoiled for so long. Now it's like, oh, we're losing it. It's going to, you're right. It's going to where it kind of should be, what it's worth, where we've been getting a steal for so long. I guess I also just hope that these price hikes are going back to devs, because there's a lot of indie devs who are launching, like doing day one launches on Game Pass. And I don't know if they've ever really shared too much about how people get paid out, but I just hope
I imagine they're under strict NDAs for that.
Yeah. I just really hoped like some of those smaller indies that are working with them, like that they are getting good payouts and it's not just like all just going into Microsoft's pocket, you know, just to help pay for the Activision Blizzard deal, basically.
They don't need help paying for it. They just bought it. They have what? Trillions of dollars? They don't need help getting that paid back. They'll just do it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's been the sentiment I've seen online, though, is that's basically the reasoning behind these price hikes is like, okay, we've bought a bunch of studios, now we got to start paying them off kind of thing. But again, business. I don't get it. I'm not a businessman.
Me neither. I'm just here to play the game.
I just play games, talk about it on a podcast. Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.